Welcome to this week's analysis. We'll be kicking things off with DXY as usual. DXY last week, we experienced a crazy movement in the market. No significant move up or down. You can tell by this tiny little candlestick with which we closed for last week. If we go to the daily time frame, it's even more confusing. If you look, each of these candlesticks represents 1 day of price action, and this was Friday's candle, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So basically, price just moves sideways. However, I'd like to point out that price is trading at a strong resistance level that has been tested multiple times, looking left around here 1, 2, 3, and I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, you get the point. So for next week, I'm going to be thinking in probabilities. If I see a significant push downward, maybe like a bearish engulfing candle like we got on Monday, that was last week Monday, which didn't result to price falling down, then I could consider the fact that price of DXY may fall into 101.646. However, should we have a daily candlestick close above this, is this a green zone, above this green zone, then I would like to see price push all the way up to 104.117. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, however, just like I did last week, sorry I didn't release any video last week. I made it a live stream, though it was later uploaded on the YouTube channel, right? So on the live stream, I talked about price either breaking above this zone, so that I'll be like, okay, DXY is going to fly to the upside until we come to this upside here, or we'll take out this zone below here that has also been tested multiple times, right? Then we trade all the way down. But as you can see, price basically just moved sideways throughout. I mean, this was the opening of last week's candle, I think around here. Yes, here. And price basically just moved sideways. So I would understand if many of you didn't make money last week, but I did make money. I'll show you that in a bit. I trade euro dollar. So when we go there, I'll show you those trades. But on the bigger time frames, price didn't really move, except if you're trading on the 15 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame. That is only when you could have gotten a sensible trade entry, right? Now that we've seen what is happening on the DXY, let's go look at some dollar pairs. But just a quick recap, I have these two zones on the 4-hour time frame. These zones has been tested multiple times looking left, right? So I'd like to see price break above it. Then I'll now be waiting for a retest to project that upward move to the upside. And let's say price wants to continue downward, then I would like to see this zone below taken out, then continue downward. I'm not surprised to see this stall that is happening here, because if we go to the monthly time frame on DXY, you will observe that price is actually sitting on a strong support level. So no wonder we are getting that rejection. So like I said in last week's video or last week's live stream, whatever, I posted a video, right? So if we see January's candle close bullish above this zone, then that may be our cue that price is just going to fly to the upside. But if later during the month of January price breaks below this zone, then we are coming to the downside. Now let's go to Euro USD. Let's look at how we closed for last week. So Euro USD, remember on the live stream, or let me just say last week's video, you get the point. So I talked about how I am concerned about this zone. I put a line, there was a line I even put here like this. I was like, okay, I'm looking at price action like this, a high, a higher low. We now have a higher high. So I want to consider this area a higher low to push price higher, right? And I also mentioned that if last 2 weeks now, if we had seen this particular bearish candlestick close below this green zone, I would have been like, aha, we are going to fall to the downside. But because we didn't close, yes, a wick did come down below that green zone, but we didn't close below that green zone. So that was why I was skeptical about confidently saying that euro dollar was going to fall, right? So I told you about me having a 50-50% chance. I went to the daily time frame. Let me remove that green zone. So on the daily time frame, I was like, okay, cool. If price breaks back above this zone, because if I zoom out, you see that we are in an uptrending market, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, right? We've not created a new lower low. So technically, on the bigger picture, on this daily time frame, we are still in a bullish trend, right? So I was like, okay, cool. If I see a daily candlestick close above this 1.10128 region. If I see daily candlestick close above there, then we're going to continue upward with this zone as my next target, right? And if price is committed to shoot downward, then I would like to see price come into this trend line or this support region here. However, none of that happened. Let me go back to the daily time frame. So price basically just moved sideways, as you can see. So it's difficult making money here if you're actually trading on a higher time frame, right? Maybe like the 4 hour. Now down to the 4 hour time frame, it does look like we are in a bearish flag pattern, right? You can see price testing this lower trend line, testing this upper trend line, bouncing between those zones. So the most likely thing that will happen if we want to go by technical analysis, which is bearish flag pattern, then price has to take out this trend line below to continue trading to the downside here. Why this downside is also because this downside on this 4 hour time frame has been tested multiple times looking left, right? As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I did make money on euro dollar last week, right? I made about 4%. Yeah. Let me even show you one of the trades. I think I have one of my accounts here, my FTMO 200K account. So let me just show you a brief history of the trade that I took. So you can see this account, I bought it around November. I didn't trade it until the 1st of December, right? So 1st of December I made this amount. 5th of December made this amount. Then 6th of December also last year, 2023, made this amount, right? And I now went into drawdown, right? You can see 2 consecutive losses. Forget about this. This one, I just placed a 0.01 lot size trade because I stopped trading this particular account since the 6th or the 7th of December, right? And Funded Next has a policy that if your account is dormant for 35 days, you could forfeit that account, you lose that account. So because of that, first week of January, as you can see, no trades. I didn't place any trade. I stopped trading 7th of December 2023. And why did I do that? You know, I was already up in profit. Then I went into these 2 consecutive losses, which were drawdowns. So I was like, okay, hold up. Let me withdraw my profit, right? Because it was on a Friday. If you go back and check the last loss, which was on the 7th of December, it was on the Friday. So I was like, okay, I have a weekly payout that I need to take out. So let me just take it out, then I'll continue trading. So I did continue trading my accounts, right? The ones that are funded. But I took a break on this particular account and some other accounts like that that are still in the challenge phases, right? This is a 200K account, by the way. So I paused and I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to trade the other ones. I'll leave this till January because in my head, I was like, January may be a turbulent month. And since this is the challenge phase, I don't want to fuck it up. So I paused trading this account. So consecutive 2 losses. Then this minor one that I just placed, I think 3 cents. That was last 2 Fridays. Then January again, we came back to winning ways. So these were the trades I took last week, right? 8th of January, 8th of January, as you can see here. So that was how I made money. And I did that on the lower time frame. It was actually supposed to be, I was actually supposed to make around 6%. But I hesitated on one of my trades, right? This was the first trade on 8th of January. I actually executed this on the 30 minutes time frame. So I executed at the close of this candle. So my stop loss was above here. So it was a quick 2-to-1. As if the market was watching me. Immediately it tapped into my TP area. It just took off from there. Then that same day, I got another entry here on the 15 minutes time frame. So of course, there are things I look for. I don't just stay on the 15 minutes time frame looking for trade opportunities, right? Since I'm trading on a lower time frame, I look for specific things on the 4 hour time frames. The guys on the mentorship program, I already uploaded how to trade this strategy, right? Anyways, let's continue. So I entered around here, quick 2-to-1. What did you notice here? 2-to-1, right? Here also 2-to-1. So it's just like the market was timing me, tap me out and take profit, then shot all the way down. Now this should have been the 3rd trade, but I hesitated to pull the trigger, right? Everything played out fine, but I was skeptical. It's aligned with my 4 hour time frame analysis, everything, but I couldn't I just froze, right? I didn't take the trade, so everything played out. You may be wondering, okay, why didn't I enter here? Well, it wasn't part of the strategy. I'm just sticking to the rules, right? So the rule played out here, but I just hesitated. I froze. So, and why did I even freeze? Because even after all these wins, I was still skeptical because price was just moving sideways. So that was why I lacked that confidence to execute. If we were trending, of course, I would have taken the trade. So I would have made 6%. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I saw my rules. It was my fault I didn't execute. So after that, this should have been another good trade I would have taken, but one of the rules were not aligning perfectly, so I had to let it go. But I journaled it, right, because I'll track this type of trade. I've been doing the tracking for some couple of weeks now. I'm tracking this type of trade, then maybe I'll add it to my playbook. All right, well, that's that. Let's get back to the analysis. Back to the 4-hour time frame. We are trapped in this bearish flag pattern. So what will happen next week? Remember, on the higher time frame, we are still bullish, right? So if I see a daily candlestick close above here, then I'll wait for any pullback into any zone that must have been created around that time to keep trading to the upside, right? But if price takes out this trend line below here, then I may go to my 15 minutes time frame and look for trading opportunities to short at least until we come into this 1.08916 area. All right, so I'm 50-50 on Euro USD for now. I'm 50-50 on Euro USD. So there's nothing really much to say. There's nothing much to say when you see price trading like this. But going by the 4-hour time frame, should price take out the lower trend line, then we'll trade lower. But on the daily time frame, should price take out this green zone to the top side here and close, then the next day I'll be looking for trading opportunities to long. All right, this week there's nothing much to say. If we look at most of the USD pairs, you discover that they are just moving sideways, right? USDCHF, let's check out USDCHF. USDCHF, just like we saw on DXY and Euro USD, you can see it's basically nothing interesting here. Price is just moving sideways. However, price is trading at a resistance level. So there's every possibility that will push lower from here. And let's say price fails to push lower from there, then I'm waiting to see price take out this resistance above so that we can, if price takes out this resistance above, I'll wait for a retest back into that zone. When this retest is happening, that is when you want to go to your lower time frames to look for your entry strategy to execute, right? Then you execute to, my target will be to this next zone here. And then from there, I would like to see price collapse back into 0.82971 area. All right. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, is there anything interesting on the 4-hour time frame? Honestly, I won't even lie to you. Nothing interesting on this 4-hour time frame. Nothing interesting. Except maybe if I do, should I do something like this? But because price is ranging, there's no guarantees to this. Let me see. Should I put a support level here? Okay, I could do this just as a safety protocol. So maybe if price does this, retest it then. And this lows here would be the target, right? Which is around 0.83343, right? So nothing much to say, right? So if we break above this area, which is 0.85682, if we break above it, then I'll be waiting for a retest of that area to long USD CHF. I only trade Euro USD, right? But I'm just saying if I was trading USD CHF, that's what I'll be looking for, right? And should price break out of this range to this lower zone here, as you can see, price has tested these zones multiple times looking left. So should price take it out, then I'll be looking for retest and an entry opportunity to sell to 0.83343. So nothing much to say. I shouldn't even be making a video this week, right? But I just wanted to put this out there. GBPUSD on the weekly time frame, we are seeing some kind of a bullish push, so the upside, but there's nothing significant because we're on the weekly time frame. And if you look, this was last week, last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, last 4 weeks. So for the past 4 weeks, no significant move up or down on the weekly time frame. So that's to tell you that price is actually ranging. Now we're on the daily time frame on GBPUSD. So on the daily time frame, we have this sort of resistance here. And as you can see, quite choppy markets on the daily time frame, quite choppy. I won't be surprised. Many people must have blown their accounts around here. So sometimes I would advise, once you see that price is refusing to move as you're anticipating it to move, just get out of the market. Let it be. Give it time. All right. Once it decides on a direction, then start jumping into trades, right? They don't give award whether you are right or wrong, right? They don't give any award. So there's no need to prove anybody right or wrong. I could do this analysis and price will do something next week. I don't care. As long as I end the week in profit, that's all that matters, right? So anyways, I would like to see price break above this zone, then retest it. This zone is around 1.27946. So if price a daily candlestick breaks and closes above here, then I'll go to the smaller time frames, wait for pullback, and then I'll be expecting GBPUSD to jump into 1.31051 area, right? That's scenario one. Then if I go to the 4-hour time frame, what if price intends to fall from where it is right now? Guys, for the fact that price is ranging within these two zones here, I would rather prefer to see price break below this 1.25928 area. I would like to see price break below it, then come back for a retest before I short to the downside here, which is 1.23352. All right, but within these two zones, except if you are trading on the much lower time frames like the 15 minutes time frames, 5 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame, maybe 1 hour time frame, then you could take short trades within here if it aligns with your strategy anyways, right? Because with my kind of strategy, I could still trade within these two zones since I'm executing on the 15 minutes time frame. But on this 4-hour time frame, if you want to trade GBPUSD and hold it long term, then you want to see price take out this area here. Like I said earlier, from the daily time frame perspective, you want to see price take out this area here, create a new higher high, then come back for a retest to trade higher, right? But for bearish positions, I'd like to see price take out this support level below here, right? Come back for a retest, then we'll sell all the way to the downside. So that's GBPUSD in a nutshell. Next on my list is BTC. So BTC is another thing everyone is talking about lately, right? I've been getting lots of DMs. Hey, look at BTC. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. So let's look at BTC. What's wrong with my network? It's beginning to slow down. BTC, let me just delete all these stuffs, all right? So BTC is currently bullish. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. BTC is obviously bullish. Let's check out the weekly time frame. What's wrong with my network? Guys, just give me a second. Let me restart this stuff. Okay, guys, welcome back, right? So on the weekly time frame, price is currently at a resistance level. If you see, price has tested that zone multiple times looking left. No wonder we saw price stall around that region and we saw this sharp decline on the weekly time frame, right? But BTC, anyways, BTC to continue buying, I'd like to see price break above this zone here, right? I like to see price break above this zone here, which is the 47K region, right? I like to see price break and close above it, maybe with a daily candlestick. Then we'll now enter a trade from here, because should price breach this zone here, this 47,000 region, if price breaks above that zone, let's say we see a daily candlestick break and closes above that zone, there is a higher chance that price is going to the all-time highs, because looking left, there's nothing that I see standing in its way, right? So if we can breach the 47K region on Bitcoin, then price is going to 65K, right? Price is going to 65K, as you can see, right? But however, we have this roadblock to contend with. Let's go to the daily time frame so that we'll get a clearer view of what is going on. Let me make sure my weekly zones are visible on the daily time frame. I want to see you guys on the daily time frame. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the daily time frame now. You can see on the daily time frame, is clearer on the daily time frame. You can see that sharp decline, solid, massive bearish candlestick pointing downward. So should price continue lower, then I'll be expecting to see price come into the 37K region before we find support to push price higher. All right. So what if we break below the 37K region? Then 32 or 31K will be the last line of defense to push price higher. All right, because I'm completely bullish on BTC, but because of this temporary stall we are seeing here, I would like to see price come to this 37K region before we find support to push price higher. Price is too bullish to come to 30K. Price is too bullish to come to 30K. It's a possibility because that's the next level of support. Should price break below this, it's a possibility because it has been tested multiple times, looking left, right? Has lots of touches around here, and here, right? But BTC, like I said, is too bullish to come to 30K, right? So the support I'm looking out for at the moment is 37K to push price higher should price continue into that zone. But if price fails to continue into that zone and we break above this 47K region, then we are going to 65K, like I said, because there are no roadblocks. If we go to the higher time frame, you discover that there are no roadblocks to the previous all-time highs should price break above the 47K region. So fingers crossed, let's see how that play out. Then US oil, nothing also interested on US oil. Price is basically ranging for the past how many weeks now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Price has been ranging on the weekly time frame. Yes, clearly we are in a downtrend, low, lower, high, lower, low, and all of those good stuff. But let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see if we can see any price action that makes sense. All right, I have this trend line above that has been tested multiple times, as you can see. Then I have this trend line below, giving us something like a triangle. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. But before we go to the 4-hour time frame, let's go back to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see nice wave, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So of course, by default, we should be expecting a new lower low, especially now that price is trading at this strong resistance level and we've seen this massive rejection, and that zone happens to be a zone that has been tested multiple times. I'll be expecting price to continue lower since price is clearly bearish. Right now, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I hope my network allows me do that. So on the 4-hour time frame, I have this trend line. Nothing interesting, guys. Price is too choppy for me to even say anything right now, but maybe I could just put this here. I don't know. I don't like this. No much distance to trade with. So except if you're trading on a much lower time frame, then maybe you can trade within here. But if you are looking for something meaningful, then on this 4-hour time frame, I would like to see price take out this trend line to give me that confirmation that price is falling, give me a new lower low, breaking below these zones, right? Then come back for a retest. Then this is where I would like to catch trades with my stop loss above and my take profit maybe around here. Why there? Because it has been tested multiple times looking left. Sorry guys, my network is kind of slow, so permit me to end this video right here right now. And if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate that. And if you are yet to like this video, please do that now, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you know what time it is. If you're a struggling trader and you want to up your game, then we are here for you. Let's trade 10x.com. And once again, thanks for staying to the end of this video, and I wish you a successful trading week ahead, and hopefully we get a nice clean trend to trade next week. And bye guys.